Well, hello everyone. Today we're going to install a tailgate table to the Jeep Wrangler Unlimited Rubicon 392. And this particular tailgate table is made by Rough Country. Now I know what some of you are thinking. When you hear the words rough country, you run for the hills. Within certain groups, they've come to have a reputation of having cheap, unreliable lift kit parts. That's debatable. Some people love their products. I'm not trying to diss their products, but they do have sort of a reputation that precedes them. But I have found that there are a lot of products that they make that are actually very good quality and very worth the price that you pay. On one of my previous vehicles, I had a 2019 Ram Rebel, and I needed a tonneau cover because we were taking a vacation in it. But I needed something really quick, and one of the local truck dealers had a soft tonneau cover made by Rough Country, and I was a little bit skeptical. It was kind of cheap, but hey, I needed something really quick, and I figured, hey, if it just lasts this one trip, it'll been worth the money. And it was pretty decent price for what you're getting, and it was great. I actually love that thing. It was very high quality. It kind of changed my mindset a little bit on Rough Country. I don't know if I'd go out and buy, one of their full-on lift kits. That's just me. I've heard horror stories about the bushings going out and how long parts last on there. But if you do want to get your Jeep lifted really high and have all the components for it in one inclusive kit, their kits are great, especially, for the money you're paying. Longevity, quality, that could be a whole other issue. I don't know. I've actually never had personal experience with Rough Country lifts on my Jeep. But I've had really good experiences with a lot of their other products, including this tailgate table that I've had on another Jeep. I had on my 4xe, and I really enjoyed that tailgate table. It was very useful. First of all, it's just extremely useful to have a table ready to go. You don't have to pull it out, unfold it, unpack it. You just open the tailgate, boom, table. And a lot of times you need like a flat surface. Sometimes I'm just out, wanting to switch drinks, use different cups. I was like, I need something flat. I don't want to do it in the Jeep. The hood's not very flat on a Jeep Wrangler and the modern Jeep Wranglers. So having a table tray that's flat, sturdy, and easily accessible is very important to have. Very nice feature to have, especially in a vehicle used for camping and overlanding and off-roading. The greatest thing about this is the value. You get something that works decent. Is it the best tailgate table out there? No. It doesn't have, a lot of them have like a pull-out cutting board, and that increases your area, and they're flat, and they're more flush. This kind of takes advantage of this plastic cover already. It kind of blends with the way it looks. At right around $100 with shipping on Amazon, you can't beat it. Other ones are, like 5 times the cost. Now, is it really worth spending 5 times the amount of money just so you have a little bit of extra cutting space? Not to me. I mean, I can put that money towards other things, but hey, it is more, the others are more clean looking, are more flush. You might have a little bit extra room. This will stick out about an inch or maybe an inch or two past this. We'll see once we get it installed. But to me, it's a great value. All right, this is just how the package comes, straight from Amazon. I've actually been sitting on this for a while. Just haven't had a chance to install it with the proper motivation. Haven't had any overlanding type trips in it lately, but I think it's about time. If I recall, when I installed this on the 4xe, I was actually in a rush. It was the day of my trip to Big Bend for the first time ever, and I wanted to have it on so bad. I was like, I'll install it as soon as I finish packing. Actually, I think it was before I started packing. And that's how quickly I was able to install it. Let's see, this is how it's going to, ooh. And we have a damaged tailgate table. It's bent right there. Okay, fast forward a few days later. As soon as I noticed that was bent, It was past the window where I could return it through Amazon, who I bought it through. And I didn't really think there was anything I could do, but I did decide to call Rough Country. And surprisingly, they were very nice and said if I just sent them a few pictures of the Amazon sticker that I ordered it through and a screenshot of the order and some pictures of the damaged product, that they would just go ahead and send me out a new one, free of charge, free shipping. They didn't even ask for the old one back. So I was actually pretty impressed with their customer service. Take it for what it is. But I did notice that the box looks a little bit damaged. So I'm kind of skeptical. I'm like, 2 damaged ones in a row, but we're about to see here. Ah, yes. A nice, in perfect condition. All right, tools you'll need for this job. A 4mm Allen wrench, 10mm wrench. It says ratchet, so I went ahead and got my 4mm Allen bit and 10mm socket. A 1/2-inch drill bit, a auto trim puller, and a drill motor, or a drill. You can see here, here's the hardware that comes with it, and here's your instructions. Here's the table. Okay, step 1 is to remove the trim panel from the tailgate using the auto trim tool. You may have to feel around for the best place to do it. Right here might be the best, where the wire loom goes in. There we go. Might be able to just pry it off now. Just like that. It's pretty easy. There's going to be a few of these that might have stayed in here. Looks like this one. So you just need to take those off and put them back here. Okay, now the instructions say to make a note of where these holes are. These are already pre-threaded. Make a note of where they are here. Now it looks like they line right up with this and this, if it's like that. So that's where you're going to drill out with your 1/2-inch drill bits. So there's one. There's your second hole. If these don't come out completely clean, you can use a knife to trim off the excess, like that. It says locate the 2 dimples on the bottom of the tailgate trim panel. If needed, hold the new table frame up to the tailgate and make a note of where the mounting holes are in the table frame that line up with the threaded holes in the tailgate. Drill the clearance hole using a 1/2-inch drill bit. Install the trim panel back on the tailgate. Oh, there is a dimple here. Okay, I'm going to trim this one out since I know where it is. Not sure if you can see that, but there is a dimple right here that's going to be drilled out. You know, these holes don't look perfectly clean, but that's okay because you're going to have fasteners hiding all of this. So now you put this back on here. Just give it a good whack. Install the four supplied spacers into the holes drilled into the trim panel, taking care not to let them fall into the door. The 4 supplied spacers. I'm taking it, they mean, well, these 2 are the same. They must mean these. It's the ones that fit into these holes, and there's 4 of them. There's no way that's gonna go back in there. Yeah, these ones might. Oh, that one goes pretty far in. Then you take these 60mm by 50mm bolt and you thread them. Hopefully you line up right. Oh, only through the top mounting holes of the table. It just mirrors just a little. Oh, okay. So you need to take these secondary spacers. Now we take the table and these spacers, and they're going to go in through here and then be threaded like this. Might be easier with a ratchet. Get that one in. I'm going to put this one in. those are on there pretty snug. I'm not gonna do it too tight just yet, but here you can already see how the tailgate's gonna function here. Did that, we're on step 7. Okay, in order to install the lower hardware, we're gonna have to remove this bottom part of the tailgate. Here's where you need your Allen wrench and a 10mm wrench, and this is probably where not having a ratchet will be more useful. And you're gonna reinstall these. Whoa. Yeah, these are gonna have to be loosened up for those to line up, but we'll take care of that. Actually, no, I'm gonna clip this here, still kind of hold it, not tight, just, you don't wanna lose this hardware. Oh, or that. We're gonna do that on this side as well. Okay, can a hand do it? Oh, whoa. All right, now you can get to these. So we're gonna have to loosen the ones up here, because they don't quite line up, but they will, because there's a little bit of wiggle room in there. Now, install the lower hardware. You don't need these, you just need these. Now I'm going to go ahead and tighten the top ones. Guten tight. All right, now you reinstall the bottom fasteners, and I think that's it. So you just take the hardware you uninstalled on the bottom, and we're going to reinstall. Might be easier if we go ahead and link this up. At least a little bit. It doesn't want to. Tricky part is squeezing this nylon spacer in here. There we go. Before tightening that all the way, I'm going to do the other side so we got some more wiggle room. There we go. Now we can tighten it. Oh. Well, the last step comes with these little rubber stoppers here to kind of make it a real clean install, and it also helps keep this from rattling when it's up against that. So when that closes, goes up against there, and you just latch these. So it's not wanting to go in there. Needs some caressing. Gonna pull this out a little bit, just a little bit. All right, there we go. That's rock solid once it's in there. It's rock solid. You can put any number of things here up to a certain weight. I don't really know what that weight is. It's probably in here somewhere, maybe not. But it can hold a fair amount. Like I used it for my camp stove. You can see closes just fine. I love the JL Wrangler because you can tell they designed the tailgate with this in mind, having put those fasteners on the inside, and the way they've reinforced this to be much more strong than the previous models. And this is built of really, really strong metal, but it's also lightweight. So you can add weight to it. It's great. I mean, that's why it even says trail rail ready. I mean, you can install a rail here to tie things down with and stuff, or attach things. So they really had the aftermarket in mind when they designed this, and I really love that. I really love that about the Jeep. Just to show you how I've used this in the past, here's my Magellan stove. You know, it fits tight, but it does the job. You know, I love that. Well, folks, that is how you install the Rough Country Jeep tailgate table for the Jeep Wrangler JL. I hope you found this useful. If you did, hit the like button and be sure to subscribe to the channel. And we'll see you on the next adventure. Take care.